no planes in the air. Haven't got any work or pay. Can't go anywhere. Can't see the family, no matter where they're from. Is this now reality? Has everything gone wrong? 2020 rendezvous, me and me, you and you. 2020 rendezvous, there's nothing that we can do. 2020 rendezvous, turn away from the EU. 2020 rendezvous, 2 meters between me and you. I'll wear a mask like most my friends. We can't dance or sing. The lockdown that never ends, and the hell that it brings. So I'm stuck at home again. Going out is weird. I read Facebook every day. It confirms what I fear. 2020 rendezvous,
I've got 4 kids. He doubled the amount of fish that he turned into wine.
They remind me of the heady.
Trev, he needs to grow up.
And he's back. Yes, kebabs definitely come from Turkey, and you can say that.
Go. Hello and welcome. Woo! Tonight's show is running on fumes, but first, the man who is used to running on empty after having 4 kids. It's Chris.
Oh, hang on. There's no need for that.
The tank is dry.
It's a family show, this, mate. That's disgusting. But good evening, people. Hope you're all well.
I meant in energy, in terms of your energy, because you got.
I've
4
never
kids.
had any energy. Just ask Jenna. Never had any energy, ever.
And of course, the man who's worried about an oil-based lubricant shortage. It's Trevor.
I've got plenty of Vaseline.
That's petrol based, isn't it? You could run your car off a load of Vaseline.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
And of course, the man whose cremation could fuel a small country. It's Ricky.
How you doing?
These are good intros this week. And of course, there's me, whose fuel only sparks at 7 p.m. on a Sunday, and that's during the Spudathon. Here we are. So, please share this stream. Please subscribe if you're listening on YouTube and you're not already subscribed. Please like us on Facebook if you haven't already liked the post on Facebook and all of that stuff. That really helps us out. Let's do all the hellos before we get any further. Who's already online? So let me go back right to the top. Hello, Christine. Hello, Anne. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna again. Hello, Anne again. I've forgotten who I've said. Hello, Mike Crooks. Trevor Gilligan. Hello, Trev again.
Hi, Trev.
Jenna. Hello, Jenna. Hello, Sharon. Mike Crooks again. Evelyn Anderson. Lots of people. If I've missed anyone out, I'm sorry. But please say hello. Leave us a comment and all of that stuff. We have a great show. It's not running on fumes, really. We have a brand new song tonight. We've got an old song as well. We've got one of our picks of the old ones. We got your chosen 5. Plus we got Trev's song. We got Chris's album of the week. We got our new game called Who Said It with a really nice bit of intro music to it as well. We got Trev's True or False, Ricky's Confession, and Jesus the Pen. So it's a proper jam-packed show. Don't forget to vote for next week because we do love it when you vote. It was difficult this week because our number 5 position could have been about 6 or 7 songs. So I actually picked it out of a whole group that got the same amount of votes. So when we get there, you can blame me for that one. But how's everyone doing anyway? All good?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Bit tired.
Busy week.
Very busy week.
What have you been doing?
Busy week.
Tell us about your busy week.
Got to get this car finished before we go on tour. And it's quite a way off at the minute. So been in there more hours than normal. We're just, in and out of a car, trying bits on, taking them out, reshaping it, putting it back in.
What about you, Rick? What have you been up to?
Do you want to know the clean version or the dirty version?
Truth.
Dirty version.
Oh, I'm just wanking myself to death.
Fair enough. What about you, Chris?
Busy week. Went down to the Drapers Awards with Jenna representing Main and B. We didn't win, but we had a spectacular time. Hung out in Uxbridge with all her friends from when she was working at Pinewood, and then had an impromptu, unexpected night out with my old drumming mate Will Shaw. I went to see Steve Hackett at the Apollo, who played.
Oh yeah, I saw that. How was it?
Amazing, absolutely brilliant, really, really good. And then is that it? That might be it.
Well, that sounds like great fun. Let's get on with the show. Let's do the first song, which is going to be just our choice. We're going to kick off before we get to the chart with something that we've picked. We were talking about it last week, what a great song Mr. Jenkinson is, and we haven't played it for a while, and you haven't voted for it for a while. But this is Mr. Jenkinson, written about the fictitious Trev in the series 2020 Rendezvous, which
Nothing
is
to do with the real
watch
Trev at all.
Nothing like the real Trev at all, is it, Trev?
Yeah, it's not based on a true story whatsoever.
Nope.
Apart from the clean bit.
You are very, very clean.
Yeah, that's it. Everything
Well,
else. I just
what
made
about
up.
what's in your bag? We don't know what's in your bag.
We still don't know. No, hang on. We did have a thing where
A little
he
look before.
got stuff out. Yeah, he did get stuff out once.
You do like to lock yourself in your room, though, don't you? He
does.
In a
Oh, yeah.
hotel room. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's the bag in question.
Oh, God.
Oh, whatever's in your
Lots
bag.
for that soon.
Oh,
Oh. Well, there we go. This is Mr.
I hate to
Jenkinson.
think what's been in that bag over the years.
survival kit.
Well, let's think about it while we're
song.
let's think about it while we're listening to Mr. Jenkinson. Here we go.
I'll say that.
Mr. Jenkinson, you're very, very clean. Very, very clean. But you've got a dirty mind. Life's unkind and you're that way. Mr. Jenkinson, you're working very hard. Working very hard. But you haven't time to think. You're on the brink of something. But I don't mind. If the people knew what you were like, when you're on your own and late at night. Mr. Jenkinson, you're locked up in your room. Locked up in your room. The secrets that you keep are far too deep for everyone. Mr. Jenkinson, what's in that little bag? Whatever's in that bag. The kinkiness you hide deep inside. We'd like to hear from you. I've often wondered if you had a girl. Would she change the makeup of your world? Mr. Jenkinson, Mr. Jenkinson, you're very, very clean. Very, very clean. But you've got a dirty mind. I don't mind that you're that way. It's fine.
So there we go. That was Mr. Jenkinson. I haven't heard that for a while. A few more hellos to do from people that are now in the stream that weren't there. Hello to Andy Kitson. Hello, Andy. Nice to see you. Sharon, I think I said hello to you. Reinhold, hello to you. Jackie Luck is there. Lovely to see you, Jackie, as well. Got a fact about you coming up later. And Jenna asks why Desperate Man isn't over on SoundCloud. Because not everything's on SoundCloud. We just put a few songs on SoundCloud and then hopefully people will like them enough to buy the full album. And Desperate Man just isn't one of them, you know. But Jenna, you are married to Chris. If you want to listen to just Desperate Man, I'm sure he has a copy somewhere.
No, I burnt every copy.
How can you burn a file?
No, the vinyl, I meant.
Oh, right. Oh, the vinyl.
Yeah. No, because we hear it all the time in the car because Flossie loves it. If she's kicking off in the car, we put the Space Potato CD on, and once Desperate Man comes on, Jenna, oh, I like this. This is my favourite. Thanks.
It's understandable, isn't it? Anyway. So, anyway, yeah, I was going to say, the other night, I spoke to a friend of mine who saw 2020 Rendezvous, Series 1, for the first time, and he was really impressed with it, and I was very pleased about that. But he actually prompted me to watch all 3 episodes again, which I haven't watched other than when we did that series, episode 1 sort of commentary thing. I haven't actually watched it since then. And I've got to say, even though we made it and there are flaws in it and things I'd probably change, it is really good. And well done, everyone.
I'm watching it tonight. I'm going to do me and Jenna are going to do all 3 and have a curry and watch it. And
it's been so
ages.
long.
Cheers, Ricky. It's been ages since I've watched it.
I'm going to have a go through it.
Oh, hello to David Mitchell as well. So, yeah,
evening.
Donna and David are both here, so hello to both of you. What's that, Trev? You said you...
Might have another go through it as well.
Yeah, it was really nice because I'd actually kind of forgotten it and I'd forgotten the order a bit, so I don't sit here watching it myself. I concentrate on what we're doing next rather than what's been done. And to watch it, bits surprised me, and something came up and it made me laugh and it made me feel sad at points. And I thought, you know what? I'm enjoying this, and things that annoyed me because I'd seen it too much when I was editing it are no longer annoying me, you know? So
yeah, I can see it. Distance of time.
Flossie has good taste in music, says Sharon. Right, so with that in mind, we are making Series 2, which is why we're all here. So we need you to support that. Go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop. There is a vinyl shortage, and there's also a pre-sale digital album shortage. So, you know, if you could all panic buy Megalomania and 14, that would be lovely. But here's the pledge for Series 2. If any of you disappear, I'm going to see the viewers go down. I'm going to be very upset. This is under 2 minutes, so please just watch it, because that would be...
don't be disgusting.
Over on YouTube.
There's the man who's been wanking himself to death all week.
Pandando, I think the name is, over on YouTube. First comment on YouTube saying Mr. Jenkinson is my favourite song. Leave us comments on YouTube as well, not just on Facebook. So yeah, here's the pledge. Watch and go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop. Hi there, Dave here, and we're making Series 2 of 2020 Rendezvous. Now, if you're asking yourself, what's 2020 Rendezvous? Then go over to youtube.com/spacepotatoes and watch Series 1 of 2020 Rendezvous. It's the playlist at the top of the channel. Now, that series ends in a load of drama. I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I think it's going to be healthy, Chris. I think it's going to get it all out in the open.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be well healthy, yeah, because I'm going to look like a fucking idiot.
The new series, Series 2, picks up from where that drama left off, but it gets even juicier, and we got some new bad guys. But we need your help to make 2020 Rendezvous Series 2. So what can you do to help us? Well, you can go to 2020rendezvous.com, go to our shop, and pre-order the new albums, 14 and Megalomania. Now, they come as a pack of 2 albums, or you can buy them individually, or you can buy them in a pack with handwritten lyric sheets that we're going to sign and send out, so you'll get all our wrists hurting having to sit there, write out lyrics of whatever song you choose. Plus, there's the vinyl and the download of the previous album, Baked, the best of Space Potatoes, 18 tracks of absolute pure gold. Well, and it was in this position that even I realised my ego had gone way too far. So that's one way you can help us. You can also share this video. You can also go and watch 2020 Rendezvous, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it amongst your friends if you like it. That helps us as well. Share, 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 share. But we do need your help. So thanks for watching this video. Remember, go to 2020rendezvous.com. That will give you all the links for Series 1. You can go to our shop. You can become a member in our members area, all that stuff. It's all over there on 2020rendezvous.com. So please help us make Series 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share. So there we go. That was our pledge there for Series 2. You can go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop. I didn't say it enough in that video, so I thought I'd say it again. But before we move on to the chart, we have a sad matter to discuss, because I woke up today to a text from Chris informing me that Alan Lancaster, original bass player of Status Quo, founder member, had died. And some people know this and some people don't, but me and Chris are particularly the 70s Quo, particularly old school Quo fans.
Well, I had an album of the week was Hello, wasn't
Absolutely.
it? 73. Yeah, really sad. But he'd been a bit frail for a while, hadn't he? On the Frantic 4 reunion that you saw in 2013, he was suffering a bit, but he's
multiple sclerosis, wasn't it?
I always had a lot of respect for Alan. He was the bit of a hidden weapon in the early Quo, wasn't he? His songs were always good, and as we were saying, their 77 live album opens with 4 songs that he sings.
I mean, Just Take Me, Junior's Wailing, fucking brilliant songs.
And Is There a Better Way? It's just... They're a band that's known for those two, Rossi Parfit, the fact that guy was fronting the first 4 songs on their first live album, and he sang Roadhouse Blues. He did that, didn't he? And Bye Bye Johnny. He was a big part of that band, and
he was.
It's sad that him and Rossi didn't really see eye to eye in recent years, but Great bass player as well. Really good singer and great bass player. And also hard as nails. If you've seen that footage from Madrid in 75 and someone gets on stage, Jesus. It's fantastic. It's like just chucking him off the stage.
So it's really sad. 72 years old, he's died. He was a rock legend, contributed so much, you know, and that 70s period was just such a golden period of proper old school rock, you know, none of the cheese or any of that. It was just amazing. And I'm glad I got to see the reunion of it.
You saw the first gig, didn't you?
Did first gig of the reunion, Manchester Apollo, which was absolutely wonderful. But yeah, so just a bit of a shout out to Alan Lancaster there. Rest in peace, mate. You've influenced a lot of us. And that band has been a huge influence on Space Potatoes because a lot of the characters of me and Chris are kind of based on what's been written about the dodgy relationship between Rossi and Parfit, you know. So we've kind of based some of it on that as well. So, Andy Kitson says, hello, what an album I bought in 74, RIP. Absolutely. But let's move on and cheer things up. Rest in peace, Alan. But he would want us to rock. So we're going to go to the number 5 position of this week, which is kind of my choice out of the ones that could have been number 5. And I've gone for one of Ricky's, which doesn't get played as much. It's Cats. Here we go. That was cats there. Oh God, you're gonna have to sign up to the members area to hear that bit of conversation.
That was pretty
harsh, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was harsh.
Riveting conversation.
So a few hellos. We got Robert Bone on. Hello, mate. We got Ada as well. Hello, Ada. A few other people. There's people watching on YouTube, but they're not commenting. So please comment away on there. But excuse me, it's not COVID. I just haven't slept well. But in the week where Sigrid teases new music, who the fuck is Sigrid? And Jack Whitehall steps down as Brit Awards host. We're going to play a game called Who Said It? And this week we're asking who said it? Graham Coxon from Blur or Noel Gallagher from Oasis?
Brilliant.
There we go. You like the intro music? There we go. Do you want to hear it again? Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, go on.
So,
then.
here we go. First one.
Oh, Pete, don't forget to join in, people.
So, yeah, join in if you get there time-wise. But we got a few to get through, so we're not going to hang around on them. I sing, but I don't think of myself as a singer. Who said it?
Graham.
Yeah, Graham.
No.
You're saying no. It was Graham. So, great music is in the ear of the beholder. Who said that? Graham or no?
Sounds like no.
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 And it was no. All of you got that right.
No, we didn't.
Hey!
Oh.
Rock and roll to me is all about freedom of thought and to be whatever you want to be. Who said it, Graham or no?
That's got to be no, innit? I'm
Yeah,
free to be whatever I want to be.
Yeah. I don't think Graham would say rock and roll, would he? He's a bit too arty for that. So I'm going to go with no.
Everyone
it's
go
gotta be.
no?
It's got to be no, innit?
No.
That is no.
Yeah, I'm on 3 out of 3 so far.
That's cool.
It's Joe.
It's like Popmaster.
I think of someone like Mariah Carey as a singer. Who said it, Graham or no?
Graham.
No.
It is Graham.
Buckers.
You're one wrong.
Barkers.
Okay, here, I've got two more
They're
for you.
competitive.
Got two more for you here. I don't much like Wonderwall, but the effect that the song has on people, well, I can't deny it.
That's no.
It's got to be no.
That's fucking no all day long.
It is no.
Of course it is. Big-headed git.
Gotta love him.
And finally, Manchester has its own pride and London has its sort of pride. And sometimes we can be a bit mean to each other. But I think if we dig the music, we can get on pretty well. Who said it?
Graham.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Graham.
And it was Graham.
Fucking hell, 5 out of 5. Get in. I'm going to go on
That was
countdown.
6 out of 6 for you. And then I think it was 5 for Trev and 5 for Chris.
Yeah.
So that was Who Said It?
As long as it's not a maths round.
Rachel,
Can I have
Imagine Ricky on Countdown.
imagine Ricky on Countdown with Rachel Riley. God.
He'd be going, can I have a pee, please?
Man,
Bob?"
done it.
I'll have a P, please. Can I have an L? Can't say the actual letters, can you?
What?
On countdown, you can't actually say the letters.
Can I have an L? No.
I don't know.
Right, okay.
No, but I was doing Blockbuster. I was going, can I have a pee, please, Bob? I
Oh,
was being silly.
Blockbuster.
Do you remember
I used to
that?
watch it. I remember. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I used to like it.
Yeah. I don't really remember it, I'll be honest with you. But let's go move on to our number 4. Our number 4 for this week is Wish I Wasn't Here from 14, which is available to pre-order at 2020rendezvous.com/shop. That will help us make Series 2. Here we go.
We had it all so good. Where did it all go wrong? I'd go back if I could. Just wanna play a song. I never had a clue. They take whatever they can. I don't know what to do. It's like it's all been planned. Why does no one understand? I've got no idea who I am. Why do people say that they envy me? Spend one day in my shoes and you will see. On stage I feel ashamed, emotionally shut down. Carry on the best I can for the benefits of those around. Why does no one understand? I've got no idea who I am. Why do people say that they envy me? Spend one day in my shoes and then you will see. A cog within a machine. They all depend on me. Hide out on feel 'cause it's all too much. Why does no one understand? I've got no idea who I am. Why do people say that they envy me? Spend one day in my shoes and then you will see. Why does no one understand? I've got no idea who I am. Why do people say that they envy me? Spend one day in my shoes and then you will see.
So that was Wish I Wasn't Here from our album 14, which is available for pre-sale at 2020rendezvous.com/shop, as well as handwritten lyrics and vinyl and stuff have baked. But coming up next in the show is Trevor's True or False.
Oh, yeah.
Turning it up, so I've got some intro music for you. Here we go. Go on, Trev.
Right. This one involves me feet and falling off a roof. So, it's quite a few years ago when I used to work for my dad in our family business. We were taking some racking down. About halfway through the afternoon, it was on a Friday. About halfway through, getting the racks all pulled to bits, crowbars and what have you. I only had a pair of baseball boots on, and I stood on a great big nail that was sticking out one of the bits of wood. That really hurt. So I sort of jumped off, you know, as you would, but then landed with my other foot on another great big nail.
Oh,
I had to go to hospital. They give me an injection, a course of some tablets. But by the night, my feet had swelled up that much I couldn't walk on them. And the pain was terrible because they sort of went a bit septic.
Oh, no.
So we rang the hospital and they said, if you start feeling really ill, you have to come back in. But I didn't. It was just hurt a lot. That's one of them. The other one was I put our own aerial up on our roof. I got a ladder, got up. Didn't have a roof ladder, so just sort of stuck to the tiles as I went up. Got the aerial on. On the way back down, just sort of slid a bit. Ended up slowly sliding off the edge because I missed the ladder and grabbed hold of the guttering, which came off, and I actually landed in our big portable, like a pool you have in your garden.
Yep.
But we had it near the side, so I half jumped off the side of the wall and landed in that.
Tony Hares.
Yeah.
So what do we think, everyone? And what do you think at home? Tell us which you think is true at home.
I'm going for number one.
So how long ago were these? Tell me timescales on these.
It's when we had our third house. So I'd have been about 30. Ish, 28, something like that.
And that was the first one, and all the.
Well, I'd done some touring, but when I came home, I was just still working with my dad. So it was around that period.
And the roof?
Oh, about the same time. Within the same year. So I used to try and do everything myself. I don't bother now because I'm a bit old for going up ladders now. So going up and getting on a roof's easy. Getting off it isn't. As I found out.
I'd go through the fucking thing.
So what do you reckon, Ricky?
Number one, stepped on a nail.
Yeah, I think I'm going number one as well.
Me too.
Right, we're all going number one. Let's look and see what the audience at home are saying.
Go to the jury.
Right, Jackie is saying number two. And Robert Bones saying number two. Jenna's saying number two. Sharon's going with number two. Mike Crooks is saying number two. Christine's saying number two. But we have Anne saying number one. David Mitchell saying number one. Evelyn saying number one. Mike saying number one. And Donna is saying number one. And Ryan Hold is saying hello to Emily. So if you're watching Emily, hello to you.
Wasp.
Good evening.
Yes, so it's kind of equal-ish at the moment, I think. I'm not going to count them, but people aren't sure. So which is it? We're all saying number one. Which is it? Trevor?
It was number one. Yeah! I ended up with 2 septic feet. And the whole weekend was ruined because I could barely stand on them. It was horrible. Sue was my crutch.
Oh.
So I had to lean on her like that because it was so painful.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Like that.
Yeah. You would never see me on a roof because I don't like heights.
I was going to say, it didn't quite ring true. But yeah, no, it sounded a bit Rod Hull. Didn't he die falling off a roof?
Yeah, Tony Hares, wasn't it? He was trying to adjust an aerial and fell off the roof.
Yeah, and then it really happened to Rod Hull in real life, which is dreadful. But we've got here coming up a new song, Trevor's song, Chris's to album of the week. We got Ricky's Confession and we got Jesus the Pen. But before any of that, we've got a new song.
Wow.
New song, which is called Forgive You, which is on Megalomania. Let me turn it up for you guys so you can hear it. I think I've already turned it up because I had to play Trevor's intro music. So yeah, enjoy this one. This is actually quite an old song. It's been around for quite a long time and wasn't really aimed for Space Potatoes. It was a year and a bit old, but I Space Potatoes it up a little bit. And it's on Megalomania, the album that Space Potatoes rejected anyway. So even if it doesn't quite sound Space Potatoes, still a good song. So enjoy it. Here we go.
You
You are petrified, it's written in your eyes. You're in pain. You are paralyzed, the silence ringing out. You're insane. Words don't mean anything without you to talk to. And lies, they form the memories. So I doubt you. I don't want to, but I doubt you. Yes, I doubt you. You are traumatized. It's spoken in your words. Every breath. You are paranoid. It's obvious to see. You're possessed. Words don't mean anything when you're not you. Nothing's true. And cries of help mean nothing more than a call to forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you.
So there we go.
That is
New
brilliant.
song.
Fabulous.
And obviously Emily there
Lovely.
on backing vocals. Loads of backing vocals there from Emily. She did a fantastic job. Came up with all that stuff herself, and I put some delays on stuff and whatever. And wonderful work from her. So Jackie says she loves it. Thank you very much, Jackie, Jenna, and Christine's saying about Bex's fact. Bex. Jenna says that's nice. Evelyn says it's a lovely song. Robert Bones says, I don't think I've ever got one of Trevor's true or falses correct. David Mitchell likes it. Mike Cruz
not a
saying,
prize,
loving
so don't
Forgive
worry.
You. It's a really departure for you, Spud. Ambless is really like it on the first listen. Excellent song. Thank you very much. As well. Right, let's move on. What is the next thing? Yeah, we were going to talk about fuel. Have anyone else been having problems out there in our comments? Any of our UK audience been having problems getting fuel? Because I drove around. I think I did 40 miles yesterday to get 30 quid's worth of fuel, and then went out in the early hours of the morning and did another 50 miles not getting any.
Wow.
So I went from having 200 miles. I went from having 60 miles to 20 miles before I got some, and then went from 200 miles down to about 150 miles or so.
God.
In the middle of the night.
I set off out of Clitheroe to go down to see the Steve Hackett gig and pulled into the garage. All the pumps were completely taped off because before Ricky went, it's just a London thing. But it's everywhere. And on the way down to Manchester, called into the big Sainsbury's at Heaton Park. No, couldn't get anything there. And then just as I was going through Cheetham Hill, there's this little garage and they had 2 pumps left. So I just quickly dived in. There was no queuing and just put enough in. But yeah, it's weird. I've not been through this in ages. I remember it about maybe 18 years ago, something, or 20 years ago. There was a fuel thing. I worked for a garage equipment company and they couldn't send the engineers out because none of the vans had any fuel in, which was weird.
What's it been like in your area, Trev?
Yeah, similar. I don't drive, so we've got some fuel in the car. We don't really do a lot of miles, but a lot of the garages are all sectioned off, so you can only use one little bit. And there's guys stood there sort of chaperoning everyone, probably to make sure there's no one filling loads of cans up and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a bit of that going on.
Well, there's a £30 limit now.
Oh, is there? Right.
Which is fine for most people, but, I've got to drive 200 miles tomorrow and I'm worried I'm not going to get there. But, and Ricky, I mean, I know you don't drive either, but has it been like that around your area, around Norfolk?
I've not actually been out really anywhere over the last couple of days, so I've not really driven past anywhere, but I can imagine, it's probably the same.
Bad shit. Well, if any of you lot are experiencing it, let us know what it's like around your areas and whether you think it'll be all right tomorrow, because I do need to get some on my way. But let's go to your comments. Okay, so here are your comments. We got some great comments here since last week. Evelyn said, loved the introduction to Ricky's confession with Ginger Cat. His confession was really funny. That was to last week's. Yes, that I will like that and heart that, because that's a lovely comment there. We got Trevor's True or False, also from Evelyn, are so believable that I never seem to get it right. Well, you and Robert Bone, so it seems. We got John Ralph here with the best comment of the week, saying bum, poo and willy. Thank you very much for that, John Ralph.
I like it.
Bum, poo, willy, with a little kiss at the end as well. Does he want to kiss someone's
classic
willy,
John Ralph? Always got a kiss on the end.
Can we pin that comment to the top, Dave?
Yes, let me see if I can actually pin it from here. I might have to actually go at the video to do that. I'm not going to do that now. So Evelyn says, can't choose a favourite clip as all the clips are equal. It just gets better and better. Brilliant. That was to Spaghetti Hoops, which is your favourite. So that was that. We've got Christine Lalande saying, bonjour, space potatoes. And Mike saying, thanks again for a really entertaining Spudathon. It's getting harder for us fans to choose which best songs are, as they're all great. Well, thank you very much for that. And I think that basically goes to all the comments that we've had in the last week on YouTube. Please keep leaving your comments. We love to read them out. And remember to go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop and donate something or buy something. You can buy some.
It's like a nighttime DJ here, Dave.
I just want...
And that's a shout out there for Carol in Walkden, who loves to hear REO Speedwagon.
Radio Chaos, isn't it?
One who got the power pack.
News.
So we got Phil Lux's beautiful track Spuzz, reminiscent of Marillion and Steve Rothery's riffs. Interesting. We've got Mike Crook saying this fuel crisis is caused by idiots. Yes, there's no shortage of fuel. A few BP stations had late deliveries caused by a few drivers being unavailable. The media reports it and the sheep panic. And Robert Bone quite rightly says, bum poo Willie, sometimes keeping it simple is best.
Absolutely.
Ricky likes to keep it simple, don't you? Right, we're going to play Trev's Song of the Week. And for two reasons. Number one, that I think this song is brilliant, so I want to play it again. And also, I actually completely forgot to master one of the ones he sent me, so I needed to whack one in at the last minute. But I do love it. I've only played it once, and it's his punkiest moment yet. So this is British Home Stores. Again,
oh, fantastic.
By Trevor. Love this song. Here we go. BHS. That is brilliant.
Oh,
It is, Trev.
So good.
That's my
Honestly,
second
mate,
favourite track after the stage struck. We need to cover that.
we do need to cover that because that's a
Yeah, by all means.
I like.
yeah, we really do like that one. But we're at that time now where we're going to do Ricky's confession. You get to see a bit of a ginger cat.
I am a fucking animal. I'm ashamed to say it. It must be why I'm a piece of shit. Sorry, I was farting. Fuck knows. Oh, Twix man, this it. Who's that?
Go on, Ricky. Give us your confession.
That must be why I'm a piece of shit.
He's crashed.
I'll probably got a couple for you.
We'll save one for next week.
Well, no, so I'll have another one for next week.
All right.
So the first one is when I used to, it was another Morrison's based confession.
Oh, God.
When I used to work at Morrison's, I used to work at, it was on the audio bar. Like I used to work in different sections, and the audio bars where they sell the DVDs, magazines, games, etc. And I was on one day, and so was my mate, and I really wanted the new Xbox that was coming out. And because I was only earning like, I don't know, fucking 400 quid a month at the time, couldn't afford it. So there was one that was like 100 quid, but it had like hardly any memory, just a real cheap version. But we was also seeing the version that I wanted as well. So me and my mate come up with like a little scam where I'd bought the cheap version, took it out the store, then came back later and said, "Oh, there's something wrong with it. Give you a receipt." And then my mate was like, "Oh, I'll go and get you. I'll go and replace it." And he took the other one. He took the cheap one back into the storeroom, brought out the expensive one, and was like pretending to faff around on the till. And then that was that. And then walked out with the expensive Xbox. So that was that one. Yeah, pretty naughty, but they were wankers, so I don't care. And the other one is
statute of limitations.
and the other one was I used to do a lot of late shifts. So come 9:30, the store would be empty, and I've nothing to do. So we had an Irish manager called Brendan O'Grady, and I could like do an impression of him really well. So we had on each department we had these phones where you could just ring like other departments and just basically talk to each other. And from where I was, I could see the checkout, like where the checkout manager was and the supervisors. So I picked the phone up, and one of them had answered. And I said, "Hi, it's Brandon. Do you mind just going down to the kiosk and just giving it a little sweep up round there? I've just noticed a bit of dirt around the kiosk. Can you just go down there and give it a little sweep, please?" Yes, no problem, Brendan. I'll do that right now. I watched him go all the way down to the kiosk, and they were like sweeping up all this shit, thinking it was Brendan, but it weren't. It was me. I'd get them running around the store and everything, and I'd ring up and go, "Yeah, can you put out a public announcement for Superb?" Miss Superb. Yeah, Miss Superb. She needs to come to the warehouse. So they get on the tunnel and they go, "This is a customer announcement. Could a Miss Superb please go to the warehouse?" Just getting them doing all sorts of shit.
Should have done Mike Hunt.
Yeah. I think I did Terry Tibbs. I got him on once. Yeah, can you send Terry Tibbs to the Terry Tibbs, if you don't know, is off
Wooden Ladders.
Talk to me. What was the program, Dave?
Phone Jacker.
Terry Tibbs, talk to me. Wooden Ladders. Talk to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just get him. I'll just wind everyone up, really.
Not changed, really.
You are a very naughty man.
I know.
Not only are you a thief, but you're also someone who has caused harm to others. But it's very funny. Have you got the video footage of when they were sweeping up?
No. We didn't have iPhones then.
Okay.
I think I was still on. I can't remember what I had.
If you had the video footage, I wasn't going to punish you. I just want to play it. But seeing as you haven't got the footage, that's another 52 Hail Marys on top of the 136 that you've got to do. So now add 52 and 136, please, Ricky.
What is a Hail Mary, though? Have I just got to go, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary?
I'll be honest with you. Although I am Jesus and I'm meant to know about this stuff, all that Catholic bollocks was invented after I died. So, yeah, don't blame me for any of their nonsense.
Was that before you turned the microwave into a toaster?
It was me that invented salt and vinegar crisps. They gave me a pack of ready salted, and I went, lo, it is now vinegared. And they loved it. And they proclaimed me as their lord. Anyway, we're getting off the point here.
I turned wine into wine gums.
You've got to do 188 Hail
Press
Marys.
ups. Okay.
Press ups.
Anything to say for
I
yourself?
wouldn't press myself up. I'd press the earth down.
Only Chuck Norris can do that.
Yeah, that's brilliant. When Chuck Norris does press ups, he doesn't push himself up; he pushes the earth down.
Well, technically, that's true to some degree, actually, because every action has an equal opposite.
Have you seen that meme that Chuck Norris does with Liam Neeson from Taken?
No.
Oh, it's brilliant. You need to find it. I won't say it actually. It's not going to have the same effect, but
yeah, we'll find it sometime.
Brilliant.
So Hail Marys apparently are what Michael's brother Fredo says before he gets shot in the fishing boat on the lake in Godfather 2. So there we go. And
Since I've seen that.
Yeah, so well that clears that one up. Right, what have we got next? Chart position number 3. This week's number 3 is the disco classic that you all love, Fears. that was Fears there.
That was professional.
Well, I thought it had gone and then it hadn't, but it might have done. I don't know. So anyway, that was Fears there. But coming up now, we have Chris's album choice of the week.
Can we change Chris's music to that?
No. Anyway, get on with it because the picture's about to arrive. Oh, you haven't even announced what album it is. It's up on the screen.
Yeah. As you might have guessed, the album of the week is Nevermind by Nirvana, which was 30 years old on Friday. This is my favourite album of all time. This album completely changed my life back in late 91 when I first heard it. It is an album I would take to Desert Island as the only thing I could listen to. On Friday, driving to that Steve Hackett gig, I listened to it again all the way through. It's been ages since I've listened to it all the way through, and it's still brilliant. I would defend this to the end of time. I know Dave said that Modern Life is Rubbish is the greatest album of the 90s, which is a great album, but for me, it's that one. Everybody knows about Nevermind. I don't really need to talk about it anymore. It's a great album.
What's your favourite track on it, Chris?
Lithium.
What's your second favourite track?
On a Plane.
On a Plane is my favourite track, so
and then Drain You would. That's on your album.
Yeah, I know.
Who produced it?
Then probably Drain You and In Bloom, and then probably topping up the top 5 would be. Oh, it's tough, that, isn't it?
But who produced it? Give us that. Talk about the
Butch Vig. And it was recorded in about 2 weeks back in 1991.
It was in, what's the name of the studio?
Sound City Studios. On that Neve desk that Dave Grohl now owns at his studio.
Absolutely. And then it was mixed by Andy Wallace.
It was mixed by Andy Wallace, and he was picked because he'd mixed Slayer. And he was the guy who gave it that, putting samples behind certain snare beats and stuff. I give it that big drum sound because apparently the original drum sound was a bit weak.
Well, Robert Bone says here, Nirvana is good, but it's no Rammstein.
Can't stand
That's true.
Ricky loves Rammstein. And Christine says, I think Ada put pineapple on her sofa on Sunday evenings. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for that. So Jenna says nerd, which is fair enough. But no, I mean, this is the week to do it, isn't it? Nirvana.
It is. It was 30 on Friday. Yeah, it literally did change my life. I remember I taped it off someone. I think it was the bass player from the school band I was in, Dave Williams, and it just blew me away. I just couldn't believe it. It completely changed everything.
What about you, Trev?
Really
did it hit you at all?
I've never listened to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
on you, Rick.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's good. The honesty is what we want. What about you, Rick?
I mean, when I was, 14, 15, Smells Like Teen Spirit was all forever on Kerrang.
Yeah, I've heard bits of it, on MTV.
Yeah, and I was like, this is great. But after a while, because it was like, one of the most popular songs.
They drive you mad.
Yeah, they proper milked it.
Did you have the album, Ricky, or not?
No, I think I listened to it where Benny Boy had it.
Right.
And he put it on one day. I was like, what's this? I think it was something like In Bloom. I was like, this is fucking great.
See, it's an age thing, I think, because for me and Chris, I mean, even though I wasn't anywhere near as big a Nirvana fan as Chris, it was just one of those albums you had to have and you knew every song, it was...
Korn was the one that changed my life.
Yeah, well, that arrived later at that point. You were at that age. It was that when it grabs you.
Yeah, I mean, Korn become massive in 94. And then I got into, the end of 98, 99, when they were still, they were at their absolute peak. And I remember just being like, what is this? This is like just so good. And like trying to figure out their tuning. I was just so low. I realised they were like playing 7 strings, and I'd go and get my dad's like telecast, and I'd tune the E string all the way down to a low A.
Every time you came round my house for about 5 years, all my guitars would be down to like the lowest tunings in the world. It was so annoying.
Yeah, it'd be down in A.
We got a comment here from Craig just saying, I remember you changing, talking about you, Chris, grew man balls after this album.
That's true. That's my brother Craig talking there. Just another side fact, actually, just remembered for my GCSE performance exam back in 1993. I chose to play lithium, and my dad came in and played bass. Because he came in, we had a drum machine that we'd programmed to do the drum beats for it, and my actual normal class were in the room next door doing biology or physics or something, and I was in there in the music room screaming my head off doing lithium, and my dad's playing bass. He got the bass break, he played it brilliantly, and I was just, this you can't, honestly, as much as other music affected me, this changed everything. And if I could convince my dad to come dodge work and come into school to play bass on his son's GCSE performing, he must have realised what it meant to me. But so my dad appeared on my GCSE performing exam.
Do you have a copy of that anywhere?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, I think it just got submitted to the board or whatever where they goes, and then they burnt it probably and thought, look at this dick.
Well,
look at his Kurt Cobain.
Coming up, we have Jesus the Ben. Let's move on. That was Chris's album of the week.
Chris's album choice of the week. Chris's album choice of the week.
Okay, let's move on. Coming up, we've got Jesus the Pen, but we go to the number 2 position of this week. Because we're running well over time. But this is 1,000 Things. Here we go.
Key
Right, we only got one fact there because we
got a cat, though.
We got a
gained
cat. Look at that. Let's go full screen on Ricky there. Oh,
Separated at birth, Ricky and Rocky.
oh, look at him. Isn't he cute? Hello, Rocky. Oh, this is worth its weight in gold, isn't it? I'm going to play Miss Canada behind it.
Say, I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond. Because you're in your
I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond.
Right, that's enough of Ricky's cat. What's coming up next? We've done the chart number 2. That was 1,000 Things. Thank you very much, by the way, for all of that. That's also got Emily on it. Lovely Emily singing backing vocals there. As you know, it's Sunday, and if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty because it's Jesus time with Jesus the Pen.
This is brilliant.
Hello everyone, Jesus here. Today I'm going to be keeping a video diary of my quest to get some diesel. Basically anything that will make me go. Cocaine? Back in my day, people wanted me to turn water into wine, but I think these days petrol would be more useful. Just to let you know, you're all fucking idiots. Amen. I'm not really sure what just happened. A man offered me some diesel and said I could siphon it from him. I didn't really know what that meant, and then he told me to suck on his pipe. I said, I'm a pen. I don't have any orifices available to do the sucking. But he said, just suck it a little bit, and then when it starts flowing, just spit what you've got out in your tank and let the rest flow out. I've got to say, I ran off in panic because it all sounded very, very weird. But running's quite difficult for me because I don't have legs, I just have a nib. Back in my day, it was a lot easier. People just floated everywhere on magic carpets. Finally, I managed to get about a quarter of a tank. And that's it. It's not going to get me to work, but then again, I am omnipresent, so I need an infinite amount.
There we go. Jesus the Pen has a quarter of a tank. I hope you all enjoyed that. It's very topical there, Jesus. Well done, mate. See, he might be over 2,000 years old, but he's up to date with what's going on. So, yeah, we're running well over time, so let's get on. Chart number 1 position of this week. It's Them and Us, which is on 14, which you can pre-order. Oh, we've gone up £10. Thank you, 762 we're up to now.
Thank you.
Please share this stuff with people that don't know about 2020 Rendezvous. You know, explain to them what it is and get them to watch it. You know, I'm going to do some different trailers with some different vibe stuff in it because, having watched it again the other day, it's good. We need to get it out there. But and we want to do series 2 and we need to fund that. So tell other people and then they'll come and watch the Spudathons. We know you've all bought the album already, so I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
We need to get new people into...
It's about spreading the word more than anything.
Spreading the word, absolutely. So anyway, this is from 14. This is this week's number 1. It's Them and Us.
How can you call yourself a friend when you've actively worked against me again and again? How can you smile at me on stage when the darkness inside consumes you with paranoid rage? With you, it's only to be expected. The respect I had for you's been rejected, but it's still them and us against the world. The two of us digging our holes. When we grow up, You twist the knife in my back whenever it's turned. How can you soundly sleep at night? Dividing us up just so long as your ego's alright. It's easy to forget we're human when your life is like that show with Truman. But it's still there and us against the world, the two of us digging our holes. When we grow up, maybe we'll be friends until that time we can just pretend. You've had it all. Now you finally lost your control. You've said it all. What was the secret that's opened the door? I lost my mind. Wanted revenge, but I'll see you again. You've driven me on. I had to succeed now, but let's not pretend. With you, it's only to be expected. The respect I had for you's been rejected. But it's still there and us against the world, the two of us digging our holes. When we grow up, maybe we'll be friends until that time we can just pretend. But it's still there and us against the world, the two of us digging our holes. When we grow up, maybe we'll be friends until that time we can just pretend. Cause he's an excellent rose.
That's our show, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. A little bit over time.
Thank you,
But
Sharon.
Chris, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Yeah, very nice. Nicely done. Trevor, any final
Everyone,
words?
see you next week.
Fair enough. Ricky, final words?
Goodbye.
What are you up to?
What was that?
Just be silly.
I
aren't you?
sucked in, and then when I said goodbye, it blew off. I didn't think of the science behind it. That's what that was. So this is what happened. I've gone, all right. There you go.
Fair enough. Thanks for that. and it's also goodbye from me. So we'll see you all next week. Make the noises, guys. See you later. Space potatoes.
Breathing in. And we go again.
We've just gone live again for that. See you later, Space Potatoes.
2020.